Today I will discuss about the remaining part of electrochemistry, that is conductance of electrolytic solution. Page 1. From Ohm's law, resistance R equal to potential difference by current, that is V by I. Again, R is directly proportional to L and inversely proportional to A, hence R proportional to L by A, that is length of conductor by area of cross section of conductor. Hence R equal to rho into L by A, that is rho equal to R into A by L. When A and L are unit meter square and meter respectively, unit of rho equal to ohm meter. It is SI unit. Now conductance G equal to 1 by R, that is reciprocal of resistance. Unit of conductance G equal to 1 by ohm, that is per ohm equal to mho equal to Siemens. Now conductivity kappa equal to 1 by rho, that equal to G into G star. Unit of conductivity kappa equal to 1 by rho equal to 1 by ohm meter equal to per ohm per meter, that is Siemens per meter. Cell constant G star equal to L by A and unit of G star equal to M by meter square equal to per meter. Measurement of G, that is conductance. Since kappa equal to G into L by A, G equal to 1 by R, hence 1 by R into L by A, when L, A and R are known, kappa can be determined using Wheatstone principle, determining R of unknown conductivity of cell as R1 by R2 equal to R3 by R4. Therefore, R2 equal to R1 by R1 into R4 by R3. The figure in the side. The conductance 1 by R2 equal to G. Now, molar conductivity lambda M. Kappa into 1000 by concentration, that is Siemens per meter by molar concentration. So, kappa into 1000 by molarity. Unit of per meter, unit of lambda equal to Siemens meter square per mole. 1 Siemens meter square per mole equal to 10 to the power 4 Siemens centimeter square per mole, because 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters. So 1 meter square equal to 10 to the power 4 centimeter square. Page 2. Point number 7, equivalent conductivity lambda equivalent kappa into 1000 by normality N. Since molar conductivity lambda M equal to kappa into 1000 by M, as we know, the difference between them is that in equivalent conductivity one normal, that is one equivalent mass of electrolyte is taken, and in molar conductivity 1 mole electrolyte is taken in the taken as electrolyte in the solution. Types of electrolyte: strong, such as KCl, which is 1,1 electrolyte, BaCl2 2,1 electrolyte, MgSO4 2,2 electrolyte. Weak electrolyte, there is no such division, such as CH3COOH, etc. Now observe the table. The concentration 0.1, 0.01, 0.001, and at infinite dilution, lambda M of KCl changes to 141.3, 146.9, 149.9. Lambda M CH3COOH 16.3, 49.2, and at infinite dilution it is very high, 390.7. Later I will discuss this data on a graph. Variation of conductivity kappa with dilution. Concentration decreases, that is dilution increases, conductivity decreases due to decrease of ions per unit volume of dilution. Variation of molar conductivity lambda M on dilution, lambda M equal to kappa into A by L equal to kappa, because A by L, A equal to 1 square unit and L equal to 1, that is volume equal to A into L equal to V into 1. V equal to 1. So lambda M equal to kappa into V. Hence molar concentration decreases, there is dilution. Molar concentration decreases means dilution increases. Molar conductivity increases due to increase in volume. When concentration approaches zero, molar conductivity is known as limiting molar conductivity, lambda naught m. Now, comparing graph for molar conductivity of strong and weak electrolyte from table 8. Draw a graph lambda m versus square root of concentration. For strong electrolyte, you will get the straight line graph for KCl and a curve graph for CH3COOH. Strong electrolyte follows lambda m equal to lambda naught m minus A into root C. It is Debye-Huckel-Onsager equation. Hence, for strong electrolyte, lambda naught m can be determined, but weak electrolyte, lambda naught m cannot be determined as it does not intercept the lambda m axis. Point number 2, how do we get such lambda naught m value for weak electrolyte? It is not possible by Debye-Huckel-Onsager equation. So, Coldras' law helps to do that. Coldras' law states that limiting molar conductivity of an electrolyte can be expressed as sum of the individual contributions of the anion and cation of the electrolyte. That means lambda naught m equal to V plus into small lambda naught plus V minus into small lambda naught minus, such as capital lambda naught m BaCl2 lambda naught m Ba2 positive plus 2 into small lambda naught Cl minus, because BaCl2 gives Ba2 positive plus 2 Cl minus. Note, for weak electrolyte, lambda equal to lambda m by lambda naught m and Ka equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha equal to C into lambda m ka square by lambda naught m into lambda naught m minus lambda m from our previous knowledge of ionic equilibrium. Page 3. Applications of Coldras' law. This Coldras' law is used to calculate lambda naught m for CaCl2 when ionic conductivity of calcium 2 positive and Cl minus are 119 and 73.6 units respectively. Unit means Siemens centimeter square per mole. So, lambda naught m CaCl2 equal to lambda naught Ca2 positive plus 2 into lambda naught Cl minus equal to 119 plus 2 into 73.6 unit equal to 271.6 Siemens centimeter square per mole. The second question, find the way to determine lambda naught m value of water. Lambda naught m value of water equal to lambda naught m value of NaOH plus lambda naught m value of HCl minus lambda naught m value of NaCl. The molar conductivity of 0.02 molar 025 mole per liter methanoic acid is 46.1 Siemens centimeter square per mole. Calculate alpha, that is degree of dissociation of acid, and its dissociation constant. Given that small lambda naught H plus equal to 349.6 Siemens centimeter square per mole and lambda naught HCOO minus equal to 54.6 Siemens centimeter square per mole. Solution. Lambda naught HCOOH equal to small lambda naught H plus small lambda naught HCOO minus. By adding these, I get the value of 404.2 Siemens centimeter square per mole. Now alpha equal to, we know, lambda m by lambda naught m equal to 46.1 by 404.2 equal to 0.114. Therefore, KHCOOH, degree of dissociation, we have 0.114, and K dissociation constant of HCOOH equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. Putting the value and calculating them, I get 3.67 into 10 to the power minus 4. Now, quantitative aspect of electrolysis. There are two laws. Faraday's law. First law, amount of any substance deposited or liberated at the electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passing through the electrolyte. So W proportional to Q. Hence W equal to Z into Q. Here Z is proportionality constant or electrochemical equivalent ECE. Since Q equal to I into T, therefore W equal to ZIT. Therefore Z equal to W when I equal to 1 ampere and T equal to 1 second. So ECE Z equal to amount of substance deposited for passing 1 coulomb of charge. Chemical equivalent E equal to Z into 96,500. This is 1 Faraday. 1 Faraday equal to 96,500 coulomb. Therefore E equal to Z into F. Now second law. When same current is passed through different electrolytes, then W proportional to E. That is substance deposited according to their equivalent weight. So by comparing W1 by W2 equal to E1 by E2. Page 4. Products of electrolysis. Electrolysis of molten NaCl and NaBr. In the left side, NaCl, Na plus plus Cl minus. At cathode, Na plus plus E gives Na. So at cathode, at anode, 2Cl minus gives Cl2 plus 2 electron. At the right side, NaBr gives Na plus plus Br minus. At cathode, Na plus plus electron gives Na. At anode, 2Br minus gives Br2 liquid plus 2 electron. Point number 2. Electrolysis of NaCl aqueous solution. NaCl plus water gives Na plus H plus Cl minus plus OH minus. Out of Na plus and H plus, discharge potential of H plus is less than Na plus and discharge potential of Cl minus is less than OH minus. Hence, at cathode, H plus will be discharged by taking electron by reduction method to give hydrogen gas. At anode, 2Cl minus will be oxidized to chlorine gas and 2 electron. The solution contains NaOH aqueous. Point number 3. Electrolysis of dilute H2SO4. H2SO4 plus water, 4H plus, SO4 2 negative plus OH minus. At cathode, H plus 2 electron gives H2 gas. Discharge potential of OH minus is less than SO4 2 negative. Hence, at anode, 4OH minus gives 2 water plus oxygen plus 2 electron. Now, electrolysis of concentrated H2SO4. Here, the scene is little different. At higher concentration, H2SO4 gives 2H plus SO4 2 negative. Here, no OH minus ion is superseded. There is very less amount of OH minus ion. At cathode, 2H plus 2 electron gives hydrogen. At anode, 2SO4 2 negative gives S2O8 2 negative plus 2 electron. S2O8 2 negative is thiosulfate ion. Now 5. Electrolysis of copper sulfate aqueous using platinum electrode. Copper sulfate plus water, copper 2 positive plus H plus sulfate ion plus OH minus ion. At cathode, Cu2 positive plus 2 electron gives copper, and at anode 4OH minus plus 2 water, 4OH minus gives 2 water plus oxygen. Since discharge potential of OH minus is less than SO4 2 negative. Now last example, electrolysis of copper sulfate aqueous using copper electrode. At anode, copper gives copper 2 positive plus 2 electron, and at cathode, copper 2 positive plus 2 electron gives copper. Now page 5. Battery or cell. One cell or more than one cell connected in series converts chemical energy to electrical energy by redox reaction. Here I use Rn for reaction. A good battery should be light, compact and stable voltage. Types: primary and secondary. Primary are non-chargeable, use and throw process. Secondary, rechargeable many times. Examples of primary battery. Dry cell used in clocks and radio etc. Anode zinc container. Cathode graphite rod 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 in MnO2 and carbon atmosphere. Space between electrodes are filled by moist paste of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. Anode reaction zinc gives Zn2 positive plus 2 electron. Cathode reaction gives MnO2 plus NH4 plus electron gives MnOOH plus NH3. This NH3 reacts with Zn2 positive to give a complex of zinc Zn NH3 whole 4 2 positive. The cell potential is nearly about 1.5 volt. Now another primary cell is mercury cell used in watches, hearing aid etc. And here anode zinc amalgam, cathode paste of mercuric oxide HgO and carbon, electrolyte paste of KOH and ZnO. Overall reaction zinc amalgam plus HgO solid gives ZnO solid plus Hg liquid. Cell potential is nearly equal to 1.35 volt. No involvement of ions, so voltage is nearly constant. Now examples of secondary cell. Secondary cell means many times discharge charge possibility. Lead storage battery, automobile and inverter. Anode lead solid, cathode a grid of lead packed with PbO2 solid, electrolyte 38% H2SO4 aqueous solution. Now discharging reaction, discharging, that is when the battery is in working condition. Anode reaction lead solid plus PbSO4 2 negative aqueous gives PbSO4 plus 2 electron. Cathode reaction PbO2 solid plus 4H plus give 4H plus SO4 2 negative plus 2 electron gives PbSO4 plus 2 water liquid. Overall reaction is Pb plus PbO2 plus 2 H2SO4 gives 2 PbSO4 plus 2 water as liquid. Now charging means opposite to discharging reaction. So we will change the direction of the reactant side to product and product side to reactant of the overall discharge reaction. So we get 2 PbSO4 plus 2 water gives Pb plus PbO2 plus 2 H2SO4 aqueous. Now secondary cell, which is very costly but very efficient, nickel cadmium cell. Overall reaction cadmium 2 NiOH whole thrice. Discharge reaction gives CD cadmium oxide CdO plus 2 NiOH whole twice plus water liquid. But charging, that is opposite direction reaction is shown here. Now fuel cell, which is 70% efficient cell, and hydrogen and oxygen are used in this cell as in the figure. Anode platinum incorporated porous carbon, cathode also platinum incorporated porous carbon. In between cathode and anode concentrated NaOH solution is kept. As fuel we can use hydrogen, methane, methyl alcohol etc. The reaction, simple reaction is 2H2 plus O2 gives 2 water. It is used in Apollo space program and it is pollution free. Now page 6, corrosion reaction of iron Fe. Reaction at anode 2 Fe plus gives 2 Fe2 positive plus 4 electron. Standard reduction potential of Fe2 positive Fe gives minus 0.44 volt. At cathode oxygen plus 4H plus 4 electron gives 2 water. Standard hetero potential equal to 1.23 volt. Overall reaction 2 Fe plus O2 plus H plus gives 2 Fe 2 positive plus 2 water as liquid. Inert cell equal to 1.67 volt. Now what is the source of hydrogen ion? Source of hydrogen ion is H2O plus water gives H2CO3 carbonic acid, and carbonic acid breaks to give H plus and HCO3 minus. How do we prevent corrosion? Prevention of corrosion is done by painting, greasing, applying bisphenol, phosphate, salt, galvanizing, coating of tin magnesium by electrochemical method. Now, the last point is hydrogen economy. Hydrogen can be used to produce pollution-free energy, which is more efficient 70% by H2O2 fuel cell, hydrogen oxygen fuel cell. Again, we get hydrogen and oxygen gas by the electrolysis process using solar energy. Hence, it is renewable source of energy. The above process, there is both the process above, are based on electrochemical principles. It is a version of hydrogen economy. Now, you are requested to go through the 10 questions in the last part of this paper, and I think you will get efficiency to solve the problems from this discussion, today's discussion, and thank you very much.